Hey there, welcome back to AI Code King. AI is all the hype these days. I mean, my channel's name is AI Code King, so I guess I can't complain. But using AI can be challenging at times. You have to open the chat interface every time, put in your prompt and the context, and then wait for it to work. The major issue is writing effective prompts. It's practically a whole new job these days that pays $69K every month. If you write the wrong prompt, it could take the AI in a completely different direction, leaving you frustrated. Even if you can write a basic prompt, you won't get the best out of the AI unless the prompt is really good. Reproducing these prompts every time is an issue in itself as well. Plus, discovering new prompts, testing them, managing them, and knowing if they are good or not is a bigger task in itself. And this idea of doing so much to use the AI is quite contrary to what AI is made for. But what if you could have a ton of AI commands to automate your tasks in seconds? What if you didn't need to write any prompts and could just use some pre-made AI commands to do things? What if you could invoke an AI prompt with just one command? Well, that's what you can do with Fabric. Fabric is an open-source framework for augmenting humans using AI. There are a bunch of things they say on the GitHub page, which might be a little confusing, but basically, it is a collection of prompts you can use to do most of the tasks you want with AI. I might be underselling it a bit, but hey, it's my video. Instead of prompts, they use something called patterns, which are essentially extremely detailed prompts created by the Fabric community. There are many of these patterns available. For example, there's an extract wisdom pattern that helps you take a YouTube video transcript and basically summarize it, or as they call it, extract wisdom from it. You can also write essays, summarize academic papers, create AI prompts for image generation, and even rate content before you watch it. It can also answer questions about your high-quality code and create social media posts from your inputs. And there are a million more things it can do. You can use it with OpenAI's models as well as other OpenAI-compatible inference servers. So, that means we can use it with Ollama. Pretty cool. I'll be using it with Phi 3 Mini and Ollama because this way it will be local and it won't take up all my resources, as Phi 3 Mini is a very small 4 billion parameter model. I'll also be telling you about how you can use it with Groq for super fast speeds. Groq is free for rate-limited usage, which is great if you don't have a GPU. Anyway, let's get it installed and check it out. First, go to Ollama's site and click on the download button. Now, choose your operating system and get it installed. Once it is installed, go to the Models page and click on the Phi 3 model. Copy this command and paste it into your terminal to install the model. You can also use any other model if you prefer. Once it is installed, you'll see this chat interface in your terminal. Go ahead and send a message to check if it's working. Once that's done, head over to Fabric's GitHub repo. Scroll down and you'll see this quick start guide. We'll start from the second command, as the first one is just a cd command if you want to use it somewhere other than the current directory. First, run this command to clone the GitHub repo onto your computer. Once this is done, cd into the cloned folder. Now, run the command from the fourth step. If you use a Mac, use the Mac command. If you use Linux, use the Linux command. If you use Windows, use WSL and run the Linux command. Once you run it, it will install the pipx package on your machine. This will take a few minutes to install. Once it is installed, you'll see something like this. Now go ahead and run the Fabric setup command. This will ask for your API keys for OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, and YouTube. If you want to use them, you can configure them, but will not be using them. So, just hit enter at each step. Once done, Fabric will be set up. Now, we need to configure it with Ollama. To do that, run these commands as shown on the GitHub page one by one. First, copy this command and change it to refer to the Ollama server, which is by default on port 11434. Make sure your command looks like this and just hit enter. Now, set the default model to Phi3 using this command. And now, set the API key to null. Without this, it wouldn't work. Now that we have it configured, we can start using it. I'll be using the summarize pattern with a quote. Generally, to use it, you'll need to give the text you want to use it with. They generally tell you to just copy the text you want to use and use the pb paste command. But here I'm using the echo command to give it a quote. After that, I'm adding a pipe symbol, which will redirect the first command's output, which in this case is the quote, to the second command, which is the fabric command. Once you run it, it will start working. You'll see some warnings if some required packages like ffmpeg are not installed, but you don't need to worry about it. As you can see, we get the whole explanation about that one quote over here. It's really cool. Now, let's try the essay pattern to write an essay as shown in their example. If we run it, you can see in a few minutes it generates the essay. Pretty cool. You can also redirect this output to a text file. Here, I am sending the output to a text file, and as you can see, it is now executed. If we look at the text file, we can see the essay. Pretty cool. There are a bunch of patterns you can try. I also tried using it with its git pull request message pattern, and it was really cool. Now, let me also tell you how you can use it with Groq for super fast speeds. To set up Groq, first, in the OpenAI base URL, set it to Groq as shown here in my command. You can just write this in your terminal. In the next command, set the default model to Mixtral because it has a longer context length and will be beneficial with Fabric. Once that is done, set your API key like this. Once that is also done, it should start working. You can go ahead and use any pattern and get amazing and fast responses with Groq. Overall, I really like this one. It's super easy to use, although you need to be familiar with the terminal to use it efficiently. But if you get the hang of it, it's going to be pretty worth it. They keep adding new patterns as well, which will keep increasing your library. It's really cool, to say the least. Go ahead and give it a try, and let me know your results in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating to my channel through the Super Thanks option below this video. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.